Hello, hello! Aloha! Hi, surrounded by perverts. Hope you're doing well. Give me a second, let me get all sorted. Hello! Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Oh, take this St. Patty's decoration down. There we go. Yay! Happy Thursday! Hope you're doing well. This week, like many weeks that have been occurring, feels like an eternity from one point to another. It's so weird. It's so weird. You are physically unharmed. I'm happy to hear that. Very, very happy to hear that. um, context? Do I have context for that? Let's see. You did your belt test a while ago. Oh, did you have karate today then? And you're physically unharmed from that? Hope that's the case. Hope it's not. Or, well, like, it'd be different if you were just like, no, this is my day-to-day status. I have to. That is in danger every day. Green Yoshi, hello! Unharmed but very annoyed that your car died. Oh no! Oh no! Did I miss some? Oh no! Did I miss something? Did you say something about that? Oh, I'm sorry. Your car died. That's a bummer. Yep. Great Yoshi. You broke, lads? How? What would the uncles say? Say more. Everything's breaking. Your hero is stuck at the default. Oh no. Oh no. Huh. Maybe they will give you sweet, sweet rewards for your troubles. Yeah. Surrounded by pirates. Like I said, I'm very happy that you are unharmed. Yeah. Karate's on break this week, and you hope you can figure out transportation before it starts again. Yeah. Was it just like is it an older, like, was it just time for your car, or do you think it's like a fluke, something else or other? Because, like, I would say anything under, I don't know, under 5 or 10 years I might put it in the fluke category, and then after 10 years, it's like, this is about time. Yeah. Oh, it's from '03. Wow. That's pretty dang good, though. But your car can buy alcohol in the United States. So, wow. Green Yoshi, you're taking pics with Caleb and made templates, but the templates won't scan. Okay, you've repaired the game twice and it didn't fix it, but now your hair's broken too. Oh no. Yeah, hopefully they can get you started. Does it happen in more than one place? Like, do you have a hand, like, are you doing like Moo Player, and then do you also have like a handheld device or tablet that you're playing it off of? I'm curious if it's like happening in both places. So, yeah. Xavier got jealous and sabotaged your games. It's Charlie all over again. Let's see. Roadside assistants couldn't figure out what happened since the battery's new, so it might be the starter or spark plugs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's spark plugs, because spark plugs is a less than $20 thing, I think. Whereas, like, starter is going to be a little bit more, but starter should still be under 100, hopefully. I want to say. Because, like, I don't know if I'm mixing up, like, starter and alternator. I don't know if they're used interchangeably or they are two separate things, but yeah. Yeah. Photos and battle here is stuck. Haven't been on Moo today. Yeah, I'd be curious, Green Yoshi, if it's like happening multiple places or if, or if it's just like something specific to your device. Yeah. Let's see. Surrounded by perverts, you missed out on a bunch of stuff while getting it towed home. Oh, that's a bummer. I imagine. Yeah, it's never a fun time. Yeah, that's scary though too. Like, I have most of the times that I've had, like, major car issues is like I have been like has been like trying to start it and then leave, and so I've been very lucky in that sense. But I have had like maybe like 2 situations where it's just like you pull over right now kind of thing. So, Carrie, hello. Yeah, yeah, that's right. No, I'm not in space. This is my my Twitch room with my posters of boys. And yeah. Over time maybe I'll add some other like bits and bobs. Like a little figure for the desk or something like that. But but yeah, Carrie, hope you're doing well. Hmm. Yeah, car stuff. Car stuff's no fun, but hopefully, yeah. I don't know what I don't know if your public transportation is trash or like pretty legit where you're at, surrounded by perverts. But hopefully it's okay enough. Or if not, that an Uber is not, you know, uh, too problematic from time to time. Yeah, I know some places though that it's just like, getting an Uber is like a big, you know, is a lot more expensive than you would think it would be because it's like a little podunk town or something like that. So it's like one Uber driver and they can set the terms. But yeah. Yeah, boy posters as I play Otome games. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so we're just gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll go for completion for 9 RIP because we're playing that again because it's still a good game. I like it a lot, and now we're on a new playthrough. We finished the green guy last time, and it was pretty sweet. We reunited in the world of the living, um, unlike our red guy who we reunited with in the land of the dead. But so this will be interesting. We got a glimpse of this guy. His name is Koharu, or Koharu, and he was like basically a Ouija board. Like he was the spirit board, and we were like asking him questions. So that was our like sneak peek at him. So I'm curious what aspect of like undead we're really dealing with him. So yeah, surrounded by purpose. You might have to get Ubers again. Ah, man, that's tough. That's tough. But like I said, hopefully hopefully you find the thing really fast, whatever it is. I hope, like I said, I hope it's the cheapest thing. That is, yeah, that's no fun. Car stuff can escalate, but if it was like to the point though, of like not no return, but like it's like it's a 22-year-old car. Do you think you'd want to get another one? Or do you think you'd want to do some alternative, like, I don't know if bicycles is an option, but I wouldn't feel good with bicycles where I'm at right now. I don't feel like my town is, like, bike-friendly enough for me to feel safe doing. I know that there are bicyclists, but I just look at them, I'm like, they're so brave. I would just, like, So I remember when I went on vacation last year I went to San Francisco, and I rented a bicycle, and they were so nice and accommodating and patient because I was like, oh man, nobody like honked at me, nobody like, rolled down their window and shook their fist at me and screamed obscenities. Like, it was just like, this is very nice. Let's see. Surrounded by perverts. You don't like driving, but having a car is convenient. Yeah, no, I hear ya. Let's see. Green Yoshi, will I give Date Everything a try when it releases? Let me look at what that is. I don't know what that is. Date Everything. Okay, let me look. Ooh! Right off the bat, it's so colorful and cute looking. Date Everything. Sandbox dating simulator set in the comfort of your own home, featuring 100 fully voice-acted dateable characters. Whoa! That's a lot! 100 love interests? Probably, but I don't think I'd go for completion for that. That sounds like a lot. Wow. 100. I feel like... Is 100 too many? Is 100 too many? I mean, because surely there's like trash tier, you know, like you can't have 100 good ones, right? Yeah. Surrounded by perverts. You got a bike and wanted to learn biking to go to karate, but it quickly turned unfeasible. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, yeah. 100, man. It's supposed to release on Valentine's Day, but got pushed back. Oh, that's a bummer. Aw. Let's see. This car used to be your grandpa's, but he passed it to you when he stopped driving. Oh, I see. Surrounded by perverts. 100 wasn't too many for Genghis Khan. I don't know that Genghis Khan had the same discerning taste. But maybe, you know, I don't know. I did not know. I wasn't there, so maybe that was 100 vetted conquests. But yeah. Like I said, with 100, they just can't all be good, because it has to cater to every single taste at that point, right? That so somebody, there's going to be like an absolute trash can tier person, and that is somebody's bag out there. Somebody is super into that, and I won't be able to play through 100 of them probably, but maybe at least peek through and see if I can't figure out, you know, a tier ranking in a glimpse. That's funny. Thanks so much for telling me about that, Green Yoshi. Yeah. Wait, there's a literal trash can? I mean, it's everything, I guess, right? Date everything. Wait a minute, I'm seeing a picture of the guy who I forgot his name. Dante, who plays Zuko, looks to be a voiced character in here. Nice. Eldrasil, hello. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're talking about a game. We're not going to play it right now. I don't think it's out, but Green Yoshi was just telling me about something called Date Everything. So, thank you, Dante Bosco. Yeah, Dirty Laundry and Laundry Basket. They're in a rocky relationship. Yes. Yeah. It looks like Zuko plays. This character looks crazy. They look. It's Dante the Fireplace. Okay. I see how this is. Yeah. Okay, so June. Okay, June. Summer fling. If it can't be Valentine's, summer fling. I like that. I'll just sell your gem into Monster Hunter music. Nice. Getting that cheesy non. That cheesy non that's still sold out in places. Wow. This game looks silly. Yeah. Eldrasil, did you make anything from your Monster Hunter cookbook yet? You just ate. I see. All right. Opening intro. Nice. That's cool. Alright. Well, I can't wait to see Eldrasil. Very nice. Surrounded by perverts. Yeah, that's true. Well, hey. Want to see what else purple guy does voice-wise. Wow, he's very handsome. Wow, very nice. Yeah. Ultra, so you're gonna miss the app? Well, I mean, who knows? It'll still be there, so even if you, from time to time, get the inkling, you can get it, but yeah. Oh, I see. Your phone can't support it anymore. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Who knows? Maybe when you get a new phone. But yeah, surrounded by purpose. No stars on this one, but I'm still happy to see y'all. So stars or not. So, all right. From the start. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm looking up the voice actor. So we're going to do the purple guy's route. His name is Koharu. Not to be mixed up with Kureha. Not to be confused. Right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Eldris. Though and it's always nice when y'all give me feedback that is like too loud, because I can't always discern that. But all right, let's see what has Yohei done recently. 2022, they did Prince of Tennis as Michael Bismarck. Tsurune, which is the archery anime. Kenyu Otaguro? I don't know who that is. They were in Bungo Stray Dogs as Techo Suhiro. Firefighter Daigo? Oh, my bad. No, not that one. Dr. Lee's snack. Delico's Nursery. I feel like I've heard of that recently. Let's see. TBA. They did Ghost in the Shell. They were Sanji, Yaguchi, Spriggan. Ooh, they were in Disney Twisted Wonderland as Yuken Enma. Anime films. Let's see. Sailor Moon Eternal as Xenotime. Dragon Ball Super Broly as Leek. I don't know. Ooh, Token Ranbu. That's the men as swords. Or swords as men. That way. Alright. Digimon Survive. Dubbing. Huh. They were in Ensemble Stars. Dynasty Warriors. Okay, I mean, this person has a lot of things. I just don't know their full... Oh, wait. Does anybody know... Okay, One Piece as Charlotte Raisin and Inbi? Inbi? Yeah. The fun thing about it is that the game company is owned by 3 VAs. Max Middleman, Robbie Damon, and Ray Chase. So you know the casting will be fire. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Very nice. I kind of like that. That it's just kind of like, how can I make sure that me and all my friends are employed? Make a game where we all get to be in it. It's a good plan. Yeah, I don't know all of these I don't know all of these roles, but I mean, this person seems very active, so good on them. Okay. From the start, we're going to speed run through the parts that are repeat. Yeah, let's make a LolliPpoppo video game to voice act in. I would love that, actually. That'd be pretty awesome. I would be down for it. Okay, here we go. Koharu walkthrough. Okay. How do I speed? I feel the need. Alright, auto. No, not that one. I know that there's a... Oop. I know there's a button. Here we go. Kara kara. Okay, because like I said, some of this is going to be repeat. And so we will go as far as we can to get to the new stuff. Oh, come on. No, that's not what I want. Here we go.
そう。この成見ヶ浜高校に古くから伝わる有名な七不思議。
Okay, sorry. That was a mochi. I think she's scratching at something. So, all right. Why? Why? That's my Lois voice from Bob's Burgers. No, is her name no, Linda. Linda, not Lois. Why?
もしも一度でも振り向いてしまったら、カラカラさんはこう尋ねてくる。
Ooh. Oh yeah, the violence. Alright, we did that. Lolli Ppoppo, that's me. Alright, speed. Words. Okay, yes, use the same name. I'm still Lolli. Still Lolli. Lolli Ishiki. Zip. Alright, prologue done. Woo! Alright. Zip. That's my Animal Crossing noises. Okay. Escape reality with something delicious. Okay, these were my options. So this takes, okay, from this point on should be new things. Allegedly. Only if I press the correct thing. Here we go. I knew I didn't have time to do that. I knew it better than anyone. So just to catch everybody up, because we've seen this multiple times. Our character's in high school. Her best friend is super into the occult. We are trying to figure out what we want to do with our lives. We have to do a career survey. Our friend wants to go to this school for to go with us. And it's a school that our mom thinks that we should go to be like a doctor. And so we're kind of going with the flow, but ultimately we might not be on the same page there. So that's funny. That's true, surrounded by perverts. It does sound like the little male deer. From Kind Words. All right. Let's see. Did I miss it? I knew I didn't have time to do that. I knew it better than anyone else. But still. My favorite cafe's ice cream parfait just popped into mind. Local cafe. A cafe with a long history and home to the protagonist's favorite parfait. Her father used to bring her when she was a child. The place is filled with fond memories for the protagonist. Too bad it didn't even warrant having a name. Unless it's called Local Cafe. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, like, I guess if I made a bar, I'd call it Local Bar. But bar near me. Yeah, that'd be funny. Bar near me. That way when people Google it, like, your listing comes up. Yeah. Its name is Puzzles, indeed. Actually, I think if I were, like, so I have some friends who, like, converted their garage into a bar, and it looks really cool. They went with this, like, super duper cyberpunk theme, and very, very neat. And so when they, I just started thinking about, like, bar themes. Like, if you were going to have a home bar, it's like, what would I theme it? And so yeah, it's just kind of like, let's see. Like, if you're super into, like, D&D and stuff like that, you could call it Bar PG. I like that one. You could have it like, Lord of the Rings themed. Like, it could be like the Hobbit Tavern or something. And I don't know. I think I like themes, and I think it would be fun to decorate. All right, I really am the worst. I knew that if I just tried to escape my problems, nothing would be resolved. If anything, they'd just get worse. But if I'm going to make a decision about my future, I really shouldn't try to rush myself. Using that as an excuse, I deluded myself into trying to run away from my problems. You'd pretend you're running a 1930s speakeasy? Nice, nice. That'd be fun. Yeah, definitely. Like, people have to like walk into like the front of a vending machine in order to like get into your bar. Well, I thought about it too. Like, I saw this like, it's kind of like a curtain that goes like, in your doorway, and it looks like a vending machine. So I thought that that would be pretty funny too. But I thought about it a lot. And there would be ice cream. That's better. That's better. Ice cream shop. Mm. I tried to avert my eyes from both my mom and my future and just focus on the delicious parfait I was about to eat.
いらっしゃい、一色さん。来ていたんだね。
The owner of the cafe smiled as he spoke to me. I came here often ever since I was little, and I remember my father taking me a few times. Good afternoon. I just needed a parfait today, you know?
小さい時から食べてくれているよね。今はもう高校生なんだよな。そうだ、よかったらさ、うちでバイトしてみない？
Oh, that's a cute. Oh, I love that. That's so sweet. They're offering me a job. I can have all the parfaits I want. He didn't say that, but I'm gonna. Perfect. That would be fun. Working at like a cute like cafe that makes parfaits. I think I'd be pretty. I'd like that. A part. I say that. I've worked retail and like service industry before. Maybe I wouldn't, but I don't know. I've never made like such cute things. That would be fun. A part-time job?
君が来てくれたら助かるよ。このお店を熟知している人だからね。
What parfaits do I like? Let's see. Cute ones. Like, the cuter it is, I don't even, I'm not even super worried about flavors. No, just kidding. No, I care about flavors. I like things that are, like, I like mostly like fruit sorbets and things like that, but I wouldn't want that for a parfait. I would do like, like vanillas and like things with like caramel. I've had one where like they had a bunch of like Pocky sticks in it, and that was really good. So yeah, cute ones. Not too sweet. Ice cream I have a different sweet tooth for versus like cake and pie, but yeah. Although there's a movie, it's an older movie. It's called Steel Magnolias, and Dolly Parton is in it, and she's like talking about a cake recipe. It's like a cup of milk, a cup of butter, a cup of sugar, and it sounds like just very rich, with fatty fatty sugars and things like that. And then she's just like, and then serve it with a scoop of ice cream, to cut the sweetness. So I was like, oh, Dolly. But yeah. I'll try and look for a picture. I had a really cute parfait a long time ago. The first time I ever went to Japan, I shared it with my my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, and it was a parfait that was like already like a huge mound, and then it had like also like scoops of ice cream, like it had like ice cream cones, like a scoop of ice cream with the cone attached as part of the parfait as well. So it's just kind of like it's just kind of real pointy and sharp, but it was very good. Let's see. One of the Iriam streamers tried to do a book report on the Steel Magnolias play while having only watched the movie. Oh, wow! I didn't know that. That's funny. Did y'all see for April Fools? A bunch of Iriam streamers did a really funny thing. Basically, they all like banded together to do like 1-minute streams, like simultaneous, or not simultaneous, like back to back, and all of their screenshots would be just like single word, but if you looked at all of it, it was basically rickrolling you. so like somebody's stream was called Never, the next person's stream started a minute later called Gonna, so it was just yeah. I thought that was pretty clever, the group that came up with that. So technically, my school allowed us to have part-time jobs, but Things are really busy at school right now. I'm afraid I'll have to pass. Yeah. Oh, it happened while you were waiting for roadside assistance? Oh, I see. Surrounded by perverts. Well, I hope you got a little bit of a chuckle while you had to wait, but yeah, that's... I thought about doing something, but by the time I thought of it, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's not really a lot of time to prepare. Because I thought about it like maybe like days before. I was like, oh, it'd be funny to do like a jokey karaoke stream where it's like, it's karaoke, but it's like, you know, joke songs. So like Rebecca Black's Friday and like, you know, I mean, just silly ones. So I was like, but maybe next year. I'd still like to do a karaoke stream at some point. I think, like I said, I think I just need to mentally prepare and also like actually like prepare karaoke, like find the songs and stuff like that. So parked out by the lake. I don't know that I know that one. Is that, yeah. I'm not sure I know that one, but I'll check it out. Let me write that down. Bustin'. Okay. And then and there's one that's really, there's a comedian that I like. Her name is oh my gosh, I think it's Marta no, I was about to name a person. Let's see. Marsha Belsky. I was about to name a lady at my work named Marta, and I was about to say her last name, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not the name of the... that's not the comedian. So, Marsha Belsky. She sings this song. It's called 100 Tampons, and it's about the first woman to go into space and how NASA asked her, like, they didn't know how many to send into space with her, so that's how many they came up with. So it was a very funny song. So, like I said, maybe it doesn't have to be April Fool's. All right, things are really busy at school right now. I'm afraid I'll have to pass.
振られちゃったか。でも気が向いたら声をかけて。面接なしで即合格だからね。
Oh, that's sweet of the owner to think of us. Grab my drink. Okay, as I watched the owner walk away, I couldn't help but sigh. If I really am that busy, I shouldn't be coming here. Ooh, that's a good point. It's like, oh, okay. Now she can't come back. She can never come back. As I left the coffee shop, I still didn't feel like going home, so I walked aimlessly around the place. If I went home now, I knew my mom would just bug me again about going to Seigin. I sighed loudly. As I walked, I noticed a large torii gate come into view. I can't believe I've walked all the way to Tsukumo Shrine. I never considered myself a religious person, and I didn't put much stock in such things. Still, I did have some connections to the shrine. My mom would take my sister and me to pray here at the start of every year. You know, I've given this a lot of thought, and I still haven't come up with an answer. Maybe I should try praying about this. And so I pray, just to make it today. I say we pray. Pray, pray, pray. Let's see. I'm going to go and pray. Yeah, that is what I'm going to do. That reminds you of how astronauts have condom-like sheaths for urinating in zero gravity. But NASA had to rename the size labels because insecure male astronauts kept requesting the largest possible size, even though they didn't fit. Oh, I feel like I heard something like that surrounded by... That's so funny. It's just like, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, everybody's extra large in space. Don't worry about it. Guys. Sorry. I'm making crunchy ASMR noises because I'm eating gummy bears while I stream. Okay. We're praying. I tried to run away from my problems. Now, maybe it was time to ask a higher power. But which god should I pray to? I was at a loss. They say all who believe are saved, so... Surrounded by an eerie silence that made the hair on my arms stand up, I walked toward the shrine. There, I saw a man who appeared to be a priest sweeping the nearby grounds.
こんにちは。その制服、成見ヶ浜高校の生徒さんですな。帰り道に寄ってくださったのですかな?
Hello. Yes, I've come to pray before I return home.
そうですな。この時間は大間が時ですから、そうした方がいい。
That's kind of sus. That's kind of sus. Why are they calling it the Devil's Hour? Tell me more. Right. Replying sheepishly, I headed to the donation box. The Devil's Hour? Sayaka told me something about that one time. What was it again? Arriving at the donation box, I took out a 10-yen coin and tossed it inside. Please, help me find my correct career path. Actually, that sounds kind of strange. Help me find my interests or what I'm good at. Yes, help me find what I'm supposed to do. And also for my mom. I prayed deeply and sincerely.
これは面白い人の子だ。
Green Yoshi, yay! Congrats! Woohoo! Your hair's fixed? I wonder what did it. Yeah, okay, open Mumu, then the mobile game. Okay. Yeah! Kami-sama, I pray for the perfect boyfriendo! Yeah! Mochi, it's okay. Mochi wants me to wish for something else. She's like, but what about my biscuits? Give her my biscuits. It's okay, Mochi. Yeah. Very odd indeed, Green Yoshi. Yes, darling. What you need? These are not for you. These gummy bears are for me. Sorry. Nothing for you. Huh?
実に厄介なものに見入られておる。よく今まで無事でいられたものだ。
誰が厄介者ですか?
おお、聞こえておりましたか。つい本音が漏れてしまっていけない。
別にいいです。それよりもあっちに行ってくださいです。僕と彼女の邪魔しないでほしいです。
What? That high-pitched voice? It's the same as the one I heard in my room. I looked around but couldn't find anyone. Yet, I was sure I just heard someone speaking.
その言いよう、影でこの娘を付け狙うストーカーのようですな。
ストーカー? そんな物騒なものじゃないのです。見守っていると言ってくださいです。
Ooh, we haven't met this person on the far left.
ほほう、これは。
We have met the person on the right, though. That one's voice acted by a person named Ken, K-E-N-N, and he's very prolific in the Japanese voice actor scene for sure. So.
いや、同じセリフを昨日ドラマで見たばかりでしてな。ストーカーがそう言うておりましたぞ。
もううるさいです。部外者は高間ヶ原にでも帰ってどうぞ。
Surrounded by perverts, did he? Yeah, that sound, yeah. He's got a pretty, like I said, he's very, he's got a long list of things for sure. He does a lot of like these visual novel games as well, so he's in a bunch, he's in a bunch of mine. Mochi, 1 second, I'm gonna show Mochi out real quick. You're fine. You can stay here, but you gotta Now be quiet, okay? Okay. I love you. No snacks for you. I don't got any. You already had dinner. Nice try, though. Nice try, though. And you think Clavier and Ace Attorney. Oh, okay. Like that. I did like the Ace Attorney series. Ugh, this is really creeping me out. Is this some kind of hallucination? Maybe I'm just tired.
いえ、疲れておりますな。
What? I turned around to see the priest standing directly in front of me. He had a concerned look on his face.
払って差し上げたいが、この時間効果はないかもしれんな。
An exorcism? Wait. Do you think I'm possessed by something evil?
いや、念のためじゃ。今しがた妙な気を感じたのでな。
Could that explain the voices I just heard?
明日の放課後にでももう一度ここへ来なされ。
I understand. This shrine is very old, well regarded, and the priest is someone my family trusts. Still, I don't want to get wrapped up in anything strange. With a bit of fear, trepidation, and skepticism, I left the shrine. The next day, I took the survey I had in my bag and placed it inside a drawer in my desk. All that was written on it was my name. Fearing my mother might catch me working on it, I couldn't concentrate on it.
おはよう。今朝は早かったんだね。
Morning. I woke up early and couldn't go back to sleep. Actually, I didn't really sleep much at all. As my mind churned over what to do with my life, sleep just never came. I'm just so tired of thinking about this.
おーい、大丈夫？
Oh, sorry. I threw a toy for Mochi and I threw it in like the most awkward spot, so she can't get it. Let me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I threw that here, didn't I? Didn't I? Okay. That was my fault. Sorry. I kind of spaced out.
もう仕方ないな。
As she groaned, Sayaka searched inside her bag and placed an energy drink on my desk.
これでも飲んで、シャキッとしな。
Thanks. Sayaka stared back at me with a bitter smile on her face.
何かあって話したいならいつでも相談に乗るからね。
With that, Sayaka returned to her seat. I'm afraid that won't work this time. She talks like you with your non-transphobic friends. How so, Carrie? Like she's just kind of like she knows what's up, or like she's just like here's an energy drink. I didn't even have the courage to talk to her about all this. Oh, not just the girly pop lingo. Oh, I see. Before I knew it, the final bell had rung and school was out for the day. Getting ready to head home, I took my books out of my desk and found the blank sheet of paper where I was supposed to write about my future. Yeah, also the energy drink, nice. Yeah, hopefully. I see. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Carrie. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, it's tough. Like it's like it would be nice to be able to like feel safe enough to like bring yourself to work in the way that you want to, but I definitely understand the concern for safety and things like that. So, because you just never know. So, mm. But yeah, thanks for sharing that with us, Kiri. Maybe I should write Sagan University and just be done with it. As the thought entered my mind, I felt a sharp ringing in my ear.
探しましょう。
Hmm? I quickly looked around the classroom, but there was no one else there. There's nobody here. Where had everybody gone? There were so many people here just a little while ago. So many strange things had been happening to me. I felt dazed and my muscles felt cold. Maybe I should go see a doctor or something.
探しましょう。あなたの道を。
This time I heard it clear as day. There it is again. That voice. Yeah, sorry, Carrie. Yeah, I still need to kind of adjust my my words, but or like my auto mod stuff, but yeah. um who are you? I called out to the empty room.
僕はあなたを闇へ誘う者。
Yeah, no, that was the word that flagged it, Carrie. Because it tells me, it's like, yeah.
これから先は困難しかありません。でもどうか諦めないで。前を向ければ必ず見つかります。あなただけの道が。
The moment the voice stopped, my eyes got all blurry and my head shook. Then, all at once, my world went dark. I put my head down on my desk and heard a kind of fluttering sound above me. As I slowly raised my head, Maichi, no ma'am, what you need? Once, yeah, Maichi demands. I look at her right this moment. Boop, boop. Well, I already fed you. I already took you out. I could fill your water bowl again. I could do that. Yeah, Green Yoshi. Exactly that emoji. Warp, 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 warp. All right, let me fill your water bowl. Okay, Mochi? Okay. 1 second, one more time, and then it should be good. Water? You want water? You want water? Mochi, come. Thank you, my darling. Lay down in the bed. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Tiny Lolly. Yep, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, I have filled Mochi's water bowl. I think she just wanted to play some more. She's like, well, you're just sitting there. Thank you, Green Yoshi. All right. As I slowly raised my head, I saw the career path survey floating above me. What? Seeing something so strange, I immediately leapt out of my seat.
ああ、やめてくださいです。プリント返して。
That voice! It's the same one as before. It felt different, but no doubt it had the same timbre. And the voice at the shrine, that was the same one too. My pocket buzzed and I jumped in a panic. Ah, it's my phone. I quickly took out my cell phone to see the word Mom on the display. Needing her help, I hastily pressed the answer button. Just then... Carrie, you just checked your phone. Nice. You're in my game now. When I raised my head again, I saw a single piece of white chalk floating near the blackboard. Slowly, it began to write something. This can't be happening. In a state of near panic, I read the words written on the blackboard. Protag-kun looks just like you. Nice. Go to Tsukumo Shrine. Tsukumo Shrine? As though responding to me, the chalk began to write on the board again. Yes, exorcise the haunting. I think if the chalkboard starts chalking in front of you, you ought to you ought to consider it. Yeah. The priest said that he needed to do an exorcism yesterday and told me to go to the shrine after school. I hadn't decided whether or not to go yet, but I was afraid to go against what this thing in the classroom was telling me to do. I understand. I'll head to the shrine right away.
ダメダメダメダメなのです。そんなあやかしの言葉を信じたら人生が破滅するです。
Oh no, competing spirits. Oh no. If the chalkboard starts chalking, you best get a walking. Yeah, Carrie. Exactly. All right, competing spirits. Let's see. It was the voice from before. It seemed that the voice and whatever was writing on the chalkboard were different. Perhaps the one speaking is trying to trick me. Debating what to do, I saw new words appear on the chalkboard. Don't listen to the voice. I wonder if both the voice and the chalkboard are spirits. In that case, they both seem rather suspicious. Flip a coin, easy. Show your face, and whichever one of you is cuter, I'll listen. The voice said my life would be ruined. That seemed to be an overstatement and likely designed to trick me. Besides, seeing as the blackboard spirit specified the Tsukumo Shrine, it seemed to be the more believable of the two. It wants me to exorcise the haunting, which means it's probably trying to help me. I quickly gathered my things in my bag and left the classroom. Desperate to be rid of whatever was going on, I rushed to Tsukumo Shrine.
おお、来たのじゃな。祈祷の準備は整っておるぞ。
Actually, I've been hearing strange voices and seeing strange things recently.
分かっておる、分かっておる。やはり取り憑かれているようだな。
The priest looked at the area above my head and squinted his eyes. The look in his eyes told me that there was indeed something there.
かなり強力なあやかしのようだが、何心配はいらん。何を隠そう、わしは正解意を得てから神職一筋数十年のプロ宮司じゃからの。
Ooh, I hope these are not like famous last words of Grandpa here, but Spirit 1, don't listen to that guy. Reason 2, look at what I can do. Draws a figure doing a handstand. Actually, have y'all seen, you know, it'd be funny. Have you seen The Big Lebowski? Like some guy's like writing something on a notepad and he like, you know, takes the piece of paper off. And so this other guy is trying to find out what he wrote. So he does the like pencil shading thing to see what the guy wrote on the notepad. And it was just like a stick figure like doing it. So it was, yeah, something silly like that. sounds like a death flag to you. Yeah, no, like, this anime, like, if this were an anime, it could go, you know, a couple of ways, but like the common route is like, oh, I can solve your problem. And it's like, cool. And then that person gets murdered immediately. And then you're just like, oh, shit. It is dire now because the person who said they could solve my problem cannot because they're gone. So, oops. Yeah, let's see. All right, come on, Grandpa, live! A professional exorcist?
あやかし駆除など害虫駆除よりたやすいもの。成功な暁には口コミで星5つほど投稿していただければ幸いじゃ。
Oh no, I don't think this guy's gonna get a 5-star review. Is this easy as pie for me? No. It's nice knowing you, Gramps. Huh? This is starting to feel really suspicious. You know, on second thought.
静かに集中せねばならん。そのままじっとしていなされ。
He placed his hands on my shoulders to keep me still, then sprinkled salt on my head. All I could do was watch him in silence. Huh? Next to the priest, there was some kind of silhouette or mist or something. I could only faintly see it, but it appeared to be in the shape of a human.
手応えあり。静まれ、静まれ。
There's something strange next to you.
今払っておる。しばし待たれよ。
After speaking, he began murmuring something under his breath. I wasn't as knowledgeable about this kind of thing as Sayaka was, but I guessed it was a prayer. Seasoned Lolli, yeah, he salt bayed me, and
おう、これはまた見事なものじゃ。
maybe it was just my imagination, but I was seeing it more clearly than before. To be sure, I tried staring directly at it, and our eyes met.
お、なんと目があったか。これは感動。我がさっきの黒板じゃぞ。
Oh, he's the blackboard guy? Alright.
神主が我の姿を見えるようにしてくれたか。これは傑作。
Is he talking to me? He said he's the blackboard guy, but... I tried to ignore him and closed my eyes, pretending to be deep in prayer. Please make this blackboard spirit's appearance and voice go away. Please, please, please.
かけまくも賢きイザナギの狼、つくしのひむかの立花のおどの淡木原に。
The priest's body trembled as he chanted the sacred words.
払
Then,
いたまえ、清めたまえ。ほー
with that resounding shout, the priest collapsed to the floor on his knees.
終わりましたぞ、お嬢さん。
When I opened my eyes, the blackboard spirit that was there before had vanished. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you so much.
いやー、なかなか強力なもののけがついていたので大変じゃった。
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, did we almost give this guy a heart attack trying to exorcise this demon?
いやーやー、なかなかに良いノリとだったぞ。
Oh no! Ah! Next to me stood the blackboard spirit. His appearance and voice were even clearer than before.
お、どうなされた？ゴキブリでもおったかの？
Afterlife alert. Yes. That's a good one. He's still here. Here, right here.
しかし、きれいさっぱり払いましたぞ。そこには何もいないようじゃし。
No, 1 star. 1 star for not exercising it and trying to gaslight me.
ああ、もしかするとわしが払うなんて言ったものだから先入観を持たせてしもたか。
What do you mean?
心の持ちよう厳格じゃ。
That's rude. Wait, the priest really can't see this guy? You really can't see him? The guy in the kimono with long hair. The priest craned his neck to look around, but his face remained skeptical.
わしが払ったのは子供のような姿をしていて、ふわふわと宙を舞うもののけでしたぞ。
Huh? Then that spirit was totally different from the blackboard spirit. Does that mean he only got rid of the voice spirit? The priest's description sounded like the voice I was hearing in my head.
それではわしは仕事が残っておりますので、これにて失礼しますぞ。
I'll send the bill. Wait, the blackboard spirit.
残念ながらあの者には我の姿が見えておらぬようだの。
Son of a biscuit. Ugh, why is this happening? I turned to look at the blackboard spirit. So, you're the one that wrote on the blackboard telling me to come here?
いかにも。昨日神社で出会ってからずっとお主の様子を見ていたのだ。
After saying that, he gently took my hand. Oh.
我が名は雪丸。座敷わらしかっこ見習いとして人々に幸福をもたらしているあやかしにございます。
Oh, he's an apprentice guardian spirit. Yukimaru. Guardian spirit? So, he really is a spirit? After the priest performs an exorcism on the protagonist, she becomes able to see a guardian spirit named Yukimaru. He claims to be a spirit that brings happiness to people. He has been deemed the protagonist's guardian spirit. Okay. My guardian angel.
我は今日から汝の座敷わらしとなりましょう。この時、この言葉をもって正式な宣言とする。
Yes? So wait, what exactly is going on here? This guy is going to become my guardian spirit?
というわけでよろしく頼むぞ、我が主様。
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Oh, he's adorable. The spirit that called himself Yukimaru smiled as he said this to me. The glossary definitions when you click on the words in the text reminds you of 428 Shibuya Scramble. I don't think I've watched, played, read that. I stood there in a daze. Before me was a spirit. He claimed he was an apprentice guardian spirit named Yukimaru. He smiled as he held my hand. The term guardian spirit caught my attention, but my mind wasn't keeping up.
それで主様の家はどこなのだ？腹が減ったので美味しいものを馳走してくれ。
Did he intend to follow me home? No way. I have to run. This Yukimaru seemed to be in high spirits as he stood next to me. I had a feeling that even if I ran, he'd follow me. And considering how unathletic I was, I had very little confidence I could outrun him. So I... give up. Give up. I'm never gonna give you up. Except I am. I gave up and faced Yukimaru. Please don't follow me home. I was clear and firm in my rejection, but for some reason, he smiled. Why is he smiling?
やっとまともに口を聞いてくれたな。さっきまで仰天するばかりだったからの。
His joyous smile threw me off. Honestly, looking at him like this, he just looks like an ordinary person. I immediately shook my head. Just don't follow me. I pulled my hand away from his and immediately started to run. If this was a dream, I wanted to wake up, and I felt the only way to do that was to push him away. I did my best not to turn around and look at him as I ran out of Tsukumo Shrine. I ran as fast as I could for quite some time before stopping when I hit my limit. I bent over my knees and tried to catch my breath. I looked up and noticed I was already near home. If I made it this far, I should be okay. I fearfully turned around, yet saw nobody behind me. Is he gone? Did I escape? Still anxious, I continued to look around, seeing no trace of him. I hurriedly took out my phone and called Sayaka in a panic. After several rings, she finally picked up. Hearing my friend's happy tone, I finally felt like I had returned to reality. Sayaka, you have to listen to me. Perhaps out of a sense of relief, the words burst out like water from a broken dam. I realized it didn't all make sense, but Sayaka said nothing as she listened to me. She didn't even laugh. Classic Sayaka. Though given her love of the occult, I don't know what I expected. Not once did she doubt my story. I imagined her on the other end of the phone, her eyes sparkling. Her body lurched forward with excitement. Yeah, but he didn't look like a kid at all. He totally looked like an adult. That's kind of nice. Yeah, it's like, I'm here to bring joy. I wouldn't mind that. Are you kidding? I just want to get rid of him. Here we go. Spirit boy. Sayaka's voice leapt as though she'd come up with the world's best idea. Forgetting the situation I found myself in, I rolled my eyes. Impressive as always, Sayaka. Regardless of the question, the answer always has something to do with the occult. Like, girl, it's spirits. Okay. Guess it's worth a shot. As soon as I finished talking with Sayaka, I rushed back home, desperate to find a solution to this problem. I missed it. Once in the door, I locked it tightly. I have no idea if locks work on spirits. Still filled with fear, I entered the living room. No one else had arrived home yet, and the space was painfully quiet. Ah! My phone suddenly rang, and my whole body leapt off up the ground. I can't believe I'm scared of my own phone. I figured it was Sayaka and quickly opened up the messaging app. As expected, it was a message from Sayaka telling me how to use a spirit board, along with a message that she was worried. Read and follow the instructions on the site, okay? Until the ritual's over, you can't take your finger off the coin. Got it? You want me to do it with you? I'm studying right now, but I think I can go see you. I wish Sayaka would come, but I don't want to get in the way of her studying. I also didn't want to worry her. The spirit's not in the house, so I think I'm okay. Thanks anyway. He isn't here, right? I carefully looked around and there was no one else in the room. I wasn't dreaming all this, was I? It all seemed so real. I couldn't actually have made up the whole thing, right? But seeing as he's not here right now, maybe I don't need to use a spirit board. I started to calm down and let out a big sigh. I'm exhausted. I muttered and threw my bag onto the sofa. As soon as I did that... Ah! The TV suddenly turned on and I couldn't help but scream. Fearfully, I checked the TV and saw the remote on the sofa smushed under my bag. That sure surprised me. A dry, nervous laugh escaped my lips. I'm not going to be able to handle this. I may be safe now, but if I bump into that spirit again somewhere else, I might not be able to escape the next time. I gulped in fear as I imagined the situation. Maybe I should try using the spirit board. Realizing I was only thinking that way because of Sayaka, I shook my head at the absurdity of it. On the other hand, the guardian spirit was real. I saw it with my own eyes. Then, maybe the spirit board is real too? Gulping hard, I placed my phone on the table and opened the email Sayaka sent me. Guess I've got nothing to lose. I got my wallet out of my bag, took out a coin, and placed it on the table. I then took out my notebook and tore out a piece of paper. And just as the image on the phone showed, I wrote letters and a shrine archway. Okay. I did exactly as the site Sayaka sent to me instructed and took a deep breath. A part of me didn't think anything would happen, but another part of me had high hopes, thinking this might solve my problem. Spirit board, please come forth. I placed my forefinger on the coin and spoke out in a quivering voice. Some time passed and nothing happened. Maybe I should try again. Spirit board, please come forth. The lights in the living room started to flicker, and I caught myself almost letting go of the coin out of fear, yet I managed to endure it. I can't let go of the coin. Sayaka was very clear about that. I took a deep breath and steeled myself. Spirit board. Just then, the coin started moving on its own and stopped on yes. No way. I hadn't pushed the coin at all. Again, it started to move on its own. The coin glided quickly over the letters. H-U-R-R-Y-U-P. Oh, no. I knew what I wanted to ask, but the fact that all this actually worked made my mind go blank.
小春のやつ、相変わらず不真面目な態度で仕事しようって。
The spirit from before was standing right next to me.
急に叫ぶでない。耳がおかしくなるではないか。
How? How did you get in? I thought I locked the door.
主様の行くところ、どこへでも参るぞ。それより、指を離してよかったのかの。友の警告に反しておるのではないか。
The spirit scared me so much that I had jumped and inadvertently let go of the coin. As soon as I let go, purple smoke began to billow out of my hand-drawn shrine archway. What is this? What do I do? The purple smoke spread throughout the room, and I couldn't see past it.
よ、待っておったぞ。
Yukimaru clapped and cheered. I, on the other hand, was in a state of sheer panic on account of the smoke. From inside the purple haze, a hand reached out. Ooh. Ooh. He's freaky. This is intense. Scary. The man that appeared before me looked truly horrific. His eye, very close to mine, glared down at me. He looked furious. I trembled with fear and felt my knees grow weak.
それから指を離せばこっくりさんがつく。知らなかったのか?
He could have asked me what I had for lunch, and I still wouldn't have been able to answer. I was scared beyond the capacity for rational thought.
まったく面倒なことをしてくれた。まあいい。小娘、名を何という?
I couldn't even formulate a response.
さっさと名乗れ。人間ごときが俺を待たせるんじゃねえ。
Give him a kiss. That'll disarm him. Irritation aimed at me burned in his eye. I have to say something. I guess I'll tell him my name. Lolli Ishiki? My throat was closed tight, but I managed to say my name out loud. When I answered, the man before me softened and smiled ever so slightly.
素直なのか恐れ知らずなのか怪異相手に名を教えるのは得策じゃねえぞ
I only told him my name because I was so scared of him. I was worried he might do something worse to me if I stayed quiet. And yet, me telling him my name did seem to make him relax slightly.
ま、素直なやつは扱いやすくていい気に入ったぜ俺の名は小春
Koharu.
今日からてめえは俺の犬だ禁忌を犯した代償を払ってもらうぜ
With that, he roughly let go of my chin. Oh, he's cute here. I'm going to pay? What do I have to do? His words struck fear into my heart, and I couldn't help but ask what he meant.
俺の手足となって働けばいい期限は俺が満足するまで
What?
かっこつけた登場だったの小春
A voice suddenly resounded in my ears, cutting between Koharu and me. That's right, Yukimaro's here too. Koharu's entrance was so intense that I'd nearly forgotten about him.
なんでてめえがここにいるんだよ
さっきからいたのだがのお主が煙なんて撒くものだから見えなかったのだろう演出があだになったな
Do these two know each other? I stood there dumbfounded, looking back and forth between them. Koharu was so intimidating earlier, but Yukimaro seemed to throw him off. Flashing back to his intimidating self, Koharu suddenly turned to me.
なんでこいつがここにいる
Well, you see, supposedly he's my guardian spirit?
は
Am I not allowed to have two?
ほうようやく認めてくれたか我が主様
That is the only way to explain the situation, right? I rushed to explain the situation, which only seemed to please Yukimaro more. His face was the total opposite of Koharu, who was furious.
おい犬仕事だ雪丸を追い出せ
Well, I can't. I mean, that's why I used the spirit board. I wanted to ask you to teach me how to get rid of him. Koharu grunted, looking truly vexed. Yukimaro, on the other hand, put his hand on his chin and casually began to speak.
ふむならば今日から3人で暮らすことになる
This playthrough is already funnier than the other two. It's gonna be shenanigans. Right. It's not what I was expecting. It was the most surprising thing I'd heard so far that day.
賑やかになりそうで楽しみだな
No, no way. Please get out. Yeah, same here, surrounded by perverts. Shenanigans all day, any day. I protested, but Yukimaro smiled happily back at me. It seemed I wasn't getting through to him at all.
たくなんでよりにもよって雪丸のアホが一緒なんだよてめえが儀式を正しくやってたら俺がつかなくてよかったってのに面倒なことしてくれたぜ
I'm sorry. What should I do? I wished for something, somebody, anybody to get me out of this. I started praying when suddenly
3人ではないです
it wasn't the voice of Yukimaro nor Koharu that chimed in. One more boyfriendo, girlfriendo, they friendo? Unclear. I turned around and saw, okay, boy. I turned around and saw a boy dressed in strange clothing floating in the air. This voice, his appearance. Oh!
わしが払ったのは子供のような姿をしていて、ふわふわと宙を舞うもののけでしたぞ。
I like that, surrounded by perverts. A joy friend. That is my preference. I would rather have a joy friend. Yeah. Yeah. Why does my mom let me have 3 boyfriends? Cause she's jealous. She's living vicariously through me. That's why she lets me. You know. If I had to do it all over again, Lolli, I'd do it all over again. But I guess that's my MO, because that's love in deep space too. You get to have 5 boyfriendos simultaneously, and they don't seem to super be aware of each other. So my mom wants the bloodline to propagate. Exactly. Yeah, Green Yoshi. Psst, 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 psst. Although, Green Yoshi, I heard a funny thing that Silas actually knows, like, gets real pouty if you know how you can, like, switch, like, which boyfriendos in the Destiny Cafe? So if you start with him and then you switch him out for somebody else and then you switch back to him, he's, like, real pouty and, like, a little standoffish for a bit before, and, like, makes some comments that it's like, oh, okay. I allegedly, I saw, like, somebody post that on, like, X/Twitter. So this is the boy that the priest supposedly got rid of?
これは神様。どうしてあなた様がこちらへ？
Yeah, I see, Green Yoshi. That's funny. God?
何をしらじらしい。僕が払われるのを見ていたくせに。おかげで彼女を守れなくなっちゃったじゃないですか。
Oh no, my god of protection. He exercised my god of protection. The boy seemed to be pouting. He certainly wasn't acting like a god. I couldn't help but stare at him. Then our eyes met.
どうしよう。目が合っちゃった。
Oh, I don't know if this god is a playable or LI, unless he's the secret true route. The boy seemed deeply moved, almost to the point of tears.
こうして視線を交わす日が来ようとは。僕、感激です。
He's adorbs. He's super cute, yeah. So, the voices I've been hearing for the past few days, was that you? Yeah, if not, that's what we have fanfic for. That's true. That's true.
ですです。あなたが幼い頃からずっと見てきたです。僕はあなたに13年間寄り添っていたです。
That would be some timing, wouldn't it, Green Yoshi? He spoke with so much pride, but I couldn't help but take a step back.
ストーカー発言を堂々とされるあたり、さすがは神様ですな。
God tier level cringe.
たまるです。この下道が。
なんだってあやかしと神がついてんだよ。お前、普通の人間じゃないんじゃねえか？
I honestly don't know how to respond to that. Surrounded by the ruckus, all I could do was stand there at a loss. Just then, I suddenly heard the front door unlock.
ただいま。
Oh! Welcome back! About all these people.
この人たちって誰のことなの？
Oh, that's right. She can't see them. Oh, nothing.
変な子ね。
In all honesty, I was just relieved she didn't scream upon entering the room. But that relief was short-lived.
あら、これってコックリさんじゃない？
Oh no, I totally left it out on the table. You thought I was about to say surrounded by perverts.
さやかちゃんオカルト大好きだから一緒にやっていたんでしょう。
Yep, exactly. She mentioned she wanted to try it out. Sorry, Sayaka.
懐かしいわ。お母さんも学生の頃にやったっけ。せっかくだし一緒に。
No, we can't. Absolutely not. This isn't something you should take lightly. Surrounded by perverts. You do live in our heads. I swiftly snatched the spirit board paper from the table. I'm going to my room.
ちょっと。
I ignored her calling out and ran out of the living room. You guys can come in now. I returned to my room and changed out of my uniform. I called out to them when I finished. Yukimaru, Koharu, and the boy who called himself some kind of god. I swiftly invited them into my room. No, just kidding. They stood before me as if it was the most natural thing in the world, and I sighed. As I changed, I had mulled them over in my mind. I can't run from them or get rid of them, which means I need to convince them to leave. Concluding that I had to persuade each of them, I started with Yukimaru. Yukimaru, you're my guardian spirit, right? A guardian spirit in training. He decided to make the protagonist happy and is now following her around. He has a tendency to be pushy at times. He doesn't seem to be a bad person. He's super energetic and very loud.
まだ見習いである。主と決めたものを幸せにすることが我の仕事なのだ。
So if his goal is to make me happy, then all I have to do is feel happy. I'm plenty satisfied with my current life. I'm happy, so please, see yourself out. I spoke with confidence, but Yukimaru pointed his fan accusingly at me.
クーリングオフは受け付けぬ。
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a fun playthrough. What a... Takesies backsies?
お主が我の主様だとすでに座敷わらし協会に届け出を出したのでな。
Guardian Spirit Society? Does something like that really exist?
座敷わらしってのは今の時代は組合になっていてな。人間を幸せにしてって変わったあやかしたちのボランティア活動みたいなもんだ。
Guardian Spirit Society. The organization Yukimaru belongs to. Spirits who wish happiness for mankind gather under this organization. Yeah, hell yeah, union strong. Good for them. That means that there is like spirits, like spirit, like non-union, like, you know, spirit oppression and exploitation happening. Spirit sweatshops occur. Man, Spirit World seems to have a lot of foibles that you would think they would have sorted out somehow. Because the other playthrough is like, there was like spirit restraining orders, which still don't work sometimes. So. Thanks to Koharu's explanation, I got the general idea about what they did, but as a human, I was surprised to know such a group existed.
主様が神社を全力疾走した後、教会に連絡しておいたのだ。
That made sense. He didn't follow me because he was submitting the paperwork to be my guardian spirit. Wait a minute, what am I saying? None of this makes any sense. The whole thing made me feel so powerless, but I regained my composure and began to speak. So, why did you choose me as your master?
神がついている人間などそうはおらぬからの。面白そうだと思ったのだ。
Hearing that, I looked over at the boy. And you're that god.
そんな他人行儀な言い方をしないでくださいです。僕にはトーカっていう名があるので、そう呼んでください。
Toka, okay. Right. I felt kind of bad. Toka certainly didn't act like a god, so it was hard for me to see him as one.
いつもはあなたを見守っているです。時には教示を与えたりもしますが。
What's up with that, Toka?
教授ってお前、あ、いや、あなたは天狗なのですか？
いかにもです。僕は天狗の一族。人々に矜持を与えるのが仕事なのです。
I don't want that. I don't want your burdens. But isn't that a bad thing?
はいです。疫病神なんて言われたりもするです。
Unlucky. Good thing that he was exercised then.
でも僕は自分の仕事に誇りを持っています。だから何を言われたところでへっちゃらです。
So many impossible thoughts filled my mind, and I struggled to keep up. So a Tengu is a god who casts burdens on people, and he's been stalking me for a while now. I took a moment to look back on my life. Ever since I was a little kid, I'd had terrible luck. School trips and field days were filled with rain every time I visited a shrine. I drew a bad fortune. Oh, and that one time, there were so many small things, but they occurred with such frequency that even I started to believe I was unlucky. Yeah, Tengu. So all this time, all the bad luck I've had in my life until now, that was all you?
違うです。あなたは自ら矜持を招く。それは既得な人間なのです。
Excuse you, sir? I beg your pardon? As he looked at me, Toka's eyes drooped dreamily. Yeah, crazy, exactly.
まさに矜持の申し子。僕が夢中にならないわけないのです。
Hearing what he said, I grew pale. In other words, because I was so unlucky, I caught the eye of the god of burdens.
てめえの体質のおかげで神に見入られるとはな。
Yeah, insulted by the god. Yeah, rude. That isn't funny at all. Gosh, how could I be so unlucky? Huh? But didn't the priest exorcise you? Why are you able to show up like this now? Yes, and grape soda.
そうなのです。僕、あなたに対して力を使えなくなっちゃって。でも、無力な僕でも神は神ですから。僕がそばにいることで、このあやかしたちからあなたを守ることができるです。
Oh, I see. So you're going to get rid of these spirits for me, right?
それは、さっき言った通りなので、あなたについたあやかしも追い払うことはできないです。
Just like that, my hopes were crushed. Yukimaro laughed, clearly entertained by the whole situation.
それならばどうして現れたのか。
邪魔するくらいできるってか。
Surprisingly, Toka laughed as he slowly shook his head.
彼女のそばに神の存在があることをあなた方に知らしめるのが目的ですから邪魔はいたしません。良いですか？あなた方のせいで彼女に何かあれば僕がいることをお忘れなきように。
ほう、これは。
Toka's expression, even his voice, seems to have changed. Toka, a Tengu god. He had been stalking the protagonist, always watching over her. Suddenly he appeared this time to protect her from the spirits who appeared, but he looks young, but is actually quite mature.
お前、やばいもんに目つけられたな。気の毒になってきたぜ。
That includes you too, Koharu? The spirit of the spirit board. He appeared due to the protagonist incorrectly conducting the ritual. He's required to haunt the protagonist because of her mistake. He has a rough way of speaking. I kept my comment to myself, unable to say it directly to his menacing face. If you feel that way, why don't you just leave?
それとこれとは話が別だ。
He shut me down fast. Ugh, what am I supposed to do now? Seeing as they weren't likely to leave anytime soon, I sagged my shoulders and hung my head.
ご飯ができたわよ。今日は翼から遅いって連絡あったから 2人で先に食べちゃいましょう。
Okay, I'll be right down. First things first, I should probably eat something. Then I'll...
やれやれ。やっと飯にありつけるのか。
Huh? Wait, come to think of it, he...
それで、主様の家はどこなのだ？腹が減ったので美味しいものを馳走してくれ。
Absolutely not. My mom's home.
その通りです。なんてずうずうしいあやかし。恥を知りなさいです。
腹が減っては幸福を与えてやれぬ。神様は主様が不幸になってもよいと。
幸福は自身で掴み取ってこそ。甘やかすだけのあやかしが彼女の成長を邪魔しないでほしいです。
天狗が言いそうなことだ。見られた人間はたまったもんじゃねえ。
Tengu, a god who brings calamity. It wishes to help humans grow by giving them burdens to overcome.
ああ、神にそんな口を聞いていいんですか？
そうだぞ、小春。この口うるさい神様に矜持を与えられても知らぬぞ。
てめえはどっちの側なんだよ。
口うるさいって何ですか？
As the spirits bickered, I sighed so deeply it felt as though it was coming from the bottom of my heart. Toka looked over at me and waved his hand as if he was shooing me away. Does this mean I should leave while I still can? It seemed like he was distracting them for me. Thank you, Toka. I silently thanked him in my mind and rushed out of the room. During dinner alone with my mom, I felt so uncomfortable as I thought about the spirits. They had yet to show up so far. Who knows when they will, though?
何かあったの？さっきから落ち着かないわね。
Oh, no, nothing. I rushed to focus on the plate before me.
なんでもないってわけではないでしょ。落ち着かない理由は隠し事があるからよね。
Wait, don't tell me. My mind raced through impossible scenarios, including my mom having a sixth sense and being able to sense the spirits.
電話をしても出てくれないばかりか、折り返しても来ないし。私が帰ってきた時も逃げるようにして部屋に上がってしまって。
Crap. I totally forgot she called. I'm sorry. I totally forgot you called. I felt like I had to hide it. I didn't think you'd figure it out.
そんなわけないでしょう。さやかちゃんのお母さんにたまたま会ってよかったわ。
Sayaka told her mom?
進路希望調査票。どうして黙っていたの？
Her words were totally unexpected, and time seemed to stop for a moment. So much has happened, I totally forgot about the survey. A different type of tension crept up in my shoulders, and I gently put my chopsticks down. I need to tell her that I'm thinking about not going to Seikin University. Those thoughts echoed in my heart, but I couldn't formulate the words.
聖銀大学一択だから言わなくてもいいってそう思っていたの？
Yeah, surrounded by perverts.
まあそれですでに提出しているのならいいのだけれど。
I didn't submit it yet. Mom gave me a dubious look. I wanted to run away from her gaze and turned my eyes down to my plate. You see,
もう決まっているのだから早く提出しておきなさい。
Wait, Seikin University is not...
そうそう、聖銀大学のオープンキャンパスに申し込んでおいたわ。
What? I looked at my mom in disbelief. Why didn't you ask me?
相談も何も聖銀大学の医学部へ行くのは決まっていたことじゃない。
Yeah, rude. Just an overbearing tiger mom. It's true that I never specifically said no. I didn't want to go against her wishes, but that simply wasn't the case anymore. I feel bad that you went through all the trouble applying already, but I can't go. To the open campus, I mean. I don't really want to go into medicine anymore. I'm sorry it took me so long to tell you. Finally, I was able to tell her. It wasn't exactly the most elegant speech I'd ever made, but I was finally able to tell her.
そうでも今は興味がなくても後から湧いてくるわ。
What the? I just told her that I didn't want to go. Why is she still... Why do you want me to go so much? I'd always sensed this had something to do with my father, but I wanted to hear her say it.
それはもちろん安定と高収入が見込めるからよ。
I wasn't expecting her to respond that way, and so I merely blinked back at her, dumbfounded. That's it?
今はわからないでしょうけど、これは大事なことよ。
But if that's what you want for me, then it doesn't have to be the medical field, right? Even if it's a job I'm interested in doing, if I get in a company that's stable.
それじゃあ聞くけれど、あなたの希望する職種は何なの？
I didn't have anything to say. I didn't have anything I wanted to study. I couldn't think of anything. My mom smiled.
何もないならオープンキャンパスに行きましょう。それがあなたのためよ。
It's no use.
模擬授業や入試の説明会もあってね。絶対にあなたも気に入るわ。
Yeah, the arts. It was pointless to say anything more at this point. I'm full. I stood up and took my unfinished plate over to the sink.
全然食べてないじゃない。
I no longer have an appetite. I couldn't even look at my mom. I couldn't help but sound icy as I replied to her.
ちゃんと食べないとダメよ。さっぱりしたものがいいなら今から作るから。
I don't want anything. I'm just tired. I'm going to my room. Usually, after my dinner, we'd hang out in the living room together, watching TV and talking. But today, I just couldn't bring myself to do so. I swiftly walked back to my room with my head hung low. Yeah, yeah. He's like, you wasted food? Why didn't you bring it?
残り物でもいいのかよ。
何を言う？残り物にこそ服があるのだぞ。それにしても神社で神頼みしていたのはこのことだったか。
進路なんて自由に決めさせてやればいいだろうに。
彼女のお母さんにとってはそうもいかないのです。
Yeah, it's in the kitchen, exactly. You guys whip it up. You guys cook it.
おお、さすがはストーカー歴13年の神様であられるな。家族関係をよくわかっておられる。
ふんふんふん。僕にかなうストーカーはそういないのです。地獄にいる悪魔以外には。
Ooh, the demon in hell. We met him in the last playthrough. Professional stalker. There's a lot of stalking in this game. No, so that's the warder of hell. The demon in hell is the little cat boy. I think his name is Minaru. Let me see. Minami. Minami is the cat boy. Yeah. I returned to my room and stared at my PC. I sensed the three behind me, but they all seemed to understand the situation. They all remained quiet. I didn't want to say it like that, but I just couldn't stand how one-sided the conversation was with my mom. The same thoughts continued rolling over and over in my head, and I kept sighing. I searched things like career path stress and career path parents' wishes. I wondered how many people faced the same kind of stress I did. I found myself desperately seeking answers. I then took out the career path survey sheet and let out a big sigh. The due date to turn in the paper was getting closer and closer. What do I do? I won't be able to submit it at this rate.
主様、少し良いか?
I heard Yukimaru calling out to me from behind, and so I turned around.
今の主様の状態では考えても答えは出ぬと思うのだが。
But I have to submit this career path survey. Besides, my mom thinks I don't know what I want to do, and at this rate, As I spoke, I looked down again. I heard Koharu, who was sitting close by, sigh aloud.
あいつを見守ってる神様さんよ。手助けしてやらねえのか？
自らで乗り越えることこそ成長につながるのです。
真面目な神様なことだ。ま、俺にすればあいつはただの犬だ。ど
Bro!
うなろうが知ったこっちゃねえ。
Rude. Although his words sounded dismissive, for some reason, Koharu stood up and walked over toward me.
おい、犬。ちょっと付き合い。
What? Now? His words were deliberate and came out of nowhere. Just as I hesitated, the sound of a growling stomach echoed through the room.
腹が減ったのだ。
Oh, he's hungry. The culprit was Yukimoto. He dove into my bed and started to fling his arms and legs around like a child.
うるさいですよ。あやかしなのにお腹の虫が鳴るなんて意地汚いったらないです。
おい、犬。早くしろ。
The three started to get loud again, and I stood up from my chair, unable to ignore them. Oh, I guess I'll listen to... I should bring them food, but I'll listen to Koharu. I should listen to Koharu. I don't want him to get upset with me. Besides, I want to get rid of him. Where are you going?
散歩だ。付き合え。
うわー、腹が減った。減った減った減った。
Oh my gosh. Calm down, please. I'll buy you something at the convenience store. He's super dramatic, yeah. This guy. As I tried to comfort him, Yukimaru abruptly stopped his temper tantrum.
待っておるぞ。
Yeah, call him Raphael. It's all a bunch of Raphaels. A world full of Raphaels. Gosh, he's so simple. Seeing Yukimaru's childishness, I remembered that guardian spirits were often said to be childlike.
一人で大丈夫ですか？目つきと態度と性格が悪そうな小春さんと一緒なんて心配です。
Toka did look very concerned.
てめえ、神だからって何でも言っていいと思うなよ。
お、小春、今こそ神を滅する時だぞい。
てめえは焚きつけるな。
Koharu, irritated, grabbed me by the hand.
ほら、さっさと行くぞ。
Okay. Koharu pulled me, and we swiftly left my room. As soon as we stepped outside, Koharu let go of my hand.
あいつらがいるとうるさくて仕方ねえ。
That's why you wanted to go for a walk?
まあな。
I understood where he was coming from. But the only reason I'm here is because I'm scared of Koharu. He started walking, and I followed timidly behind him. We walked together in silence, and I made sure to keep my distance from him. Before I knew it, we reached the park. I wonder how far we're going to walk. We had walked all the way to the park, but I had no idea if he had a destination in mind. Finding the awkward silence unbearable, I spoke up. So, how far are we going?
決めてねえよ。散歩ってのはそういうもんだろ。
Yeah, I guess.
ま、そろそろ戻るか。コンビニに行くんだろ。ついて行ってやる。
Oh, okay, thank you. Koharu's eyes narrowed.
明日からこき使ってやるから、礼なんていらねえよ。
Oh, what will I be doing?
そうだな。こっくりさんをやろうとしているやつを見つけたら、ぶん殴ってもらおうか。
What? I can't do that. Seeing my reaction, Koharu chuckled. Is he messing with me?
冗談だ。だが、やめさせることはできるだろう。
Well, I guess. But honestly, I don't think too many people play with spirit boards anymore. With the exception of Sayaka, of course. I muttered the words in my head. Do you dislike being a spirit board?
ああ、面倒ったらね。一族が担ってることだから仕方なくやってるだけだ。
Oh, he's doing what his tiger parents made him do. Koharu stared at the ground, muttering.
だが、人に呼ばれ続けるのも必須でな。
Is that some kind of rule or something?
そんなんじゃねえ。ただ、人に忘れられたら消えちまうってだけだ。
I've heard that. There was an anime series called Norigami that was really good, and they mentioned that it's like if people stop believing in the spirit goes away. So there's a lot of things the spirits do to be relevant and stuff. So interesting. He spoke so matter-of-factly. I couldn't help but give him a shocked look in return.
あやかしは人が作り出した空想の産物に過ぎねえ。空想の力がたまればたまるほど正確に形作られていく。だが、形作られたもんも忘れられていけばなかったことになる。
I was struck silent. I was surprised to hear about how spirits live and was hurt by the words Koharu said at the end. Though, I guess I can't say I blame him for thinking we humans are selfish. But if that's the case, then you really need to play your role as the spirit board, right?
この町くらいなら大丈夫だろう。こっくりさんは全国で有名だからな。
Well, I guess you have a point. Spirit boards are pretty ubiquitous. I guess he's safe for now, at least. I bought some items at the convenience store and walked outside to see Koharu waiting for me. Thanks for waiting. I didn't know how much spirits ate, so I bought a ton of rice balls and bread.
見せろ。
Huh? Oh, sure. I opened up the bag for him.
雪丸にこんなにくれてやらなくていい。これとこれはお前が食え。命令だ。
As Koharu looked through the bag, he pointed to a few items. Are you trying to fatten me up or something?
んなくだらない真似しねえよ。ただ、雪丸のバカがムカつくだけだ。
It's like, you eat these out of spite, please.
それにお前は晩飯をほとんど食ってないから余裕だろ。
He noticed I barely touched my dinner? I glanced at Koharu and our eyes met. We both quickly turned away.
何見てんだよ。
Oh, nothing.
追加で命令だ。今度から飯を残すな。特に誰かが作ってくれたもんはな。当たり前のもんなんてね。日が経つにつれ、日常は徐々に変わっていく。
Exactly. If you're not gonna eat that.
感謝しろ。
Yeah. Oh, this is sweet though.
お前が自分のことを考えるのはそれからだ。
Although he spoke in a harsh manner, his words seeped deep into my heart. Thanks for the advice. I thanked Koharu from the bottom of my heart.
勘違いするな。俺は食い物だったり他者からの行為を無下にする奴が許せねえだけだ。
Oh, that's sweet. He looked deeply serious. In fact, for a second, he looked almost irritated. When I saw that expression from him before, it scared me, but seeing it now. Jolted back to reality, I saw Koharu had already begun walking home. I jogged to catch up to him, this time walking side by side with him. Maybe Koharu isn't as scary of a spirit as I thought. The orders he gave me weren't exactly what I was expecting. If anything, they seemed designed to help me, and he was actually quite kind. Oh. His perspective. This dum-dum, blah, blah. When we left, she was following timidly behind me, but now she's walking right next to me. In truth, it made me feel rather awkward. Ugh, why am I letting this human get to me? perhaps this is partly my fault. I called her out, scolded her about eating her food and accepting the kindness of others. But the fact that she listened so intently showed me she wasn't a bad person. Man, what am I doing? They say when you get involved with humans, all the little things didn't seem to bother you before get on your nerves. This is all her fault. Why did she have to mess up the ritual? And where did that stupid rule even come from? The one that says we have to haunt people. Thinking back on it, it had been a while since someone had messed up the ritual in my district. I'd bet anything that stupid Yukimaru scared her, and that's why she let go. Stupid Yukimaru. Oh, right. Koharu, you should take this. Here you go. Lolli suddenly took out an inari rice ball from her bag and offered it to me.
いらねえよ。お前が食っとけ。
Aren't you hungry, though?
基本的にあやかしは食わなくても平気だ。雪丸は食うのが好きってだけで。
This guy! Oh, I had no idea. I bought this one for you. She bought it for me? I guess I'll give it to Yukimaru.
ダメだ。あ、いや、あいつにやるくらいなら俺が食う。
As I rushed to explain myself, Lolli smiled and handed the inari to me. How long has it been since I'd made contact with someone, let alone seen them smile? I wasn't used to it. It felt awkward. That's why I wasn't good with humans. After I returned to my room, I took the career path survey that was sitting on top of my desk. What should I do about this? I muttered to myself and quickly got an answer.
しなきゃいいだろ。
I turned around to see the three of them there.
お、小春もたまには良いことを言う。主様の状況が見えてきて情が湧いてきたかな。
そんなんじゃねえよ。うだうだ悩んでうざってってだけだ。たたってるこっちがめいっちまってイライラするんだよ。
I'm ruining his haunting, y'all. This was supposed to be fun. You ruined everything. God. Hearing Koharu put it in such selfish terms irritated me too. He doesn't even know what I'm going through. Even if he's intimidating, I couldn't stay quiet about this. This is about me, so please, don't meddle. I spoke clearly and harshly, and for some reason, Koharu returned my words with a smile.
言うじゃねえか。そうやってはっきりものが言えるのに。
主様、小春はな、それが主様を焦らせているのなら、そう言うておるのだ。
勝手に美化してんじゃねえ。
Take my mind off this? So I should just try and escape? Not fully understanding what he was trying to say, I cocked my head in response.
てめえには何のために口がついてんだ。ない頭ばっかりひねって時間を無駄にしてんじゃねえ。
Oh?
主様は考えすぎて空回りしておる。それは時間を無駄にする行為。
Yukimaru is translating for him.
提出先に待ってくれと言えば済む話だろ。
もう少し待ってほしいと言えば心に余裕が生まれる。そうなれば良い案が浮かぶやもしれん。
てめえはさっきから勝手に翻訳してんじゃねえよ。
Oh, cute, cute.
小春の言うことは分かりづらいからの。付き合いの長い我しか分からぬだろうに。
I hadn't even thought of that. I'd been trying to run away from reality for so long, I was unable to see the whole big picture anymore. That's why I couldn't even come up with an option to talk with my teacher about. Koharu took a step forward and gave me a stern look.
命令だ。明日提出を待ってくれと言ってこい。お前に拒否権はない。犬は主人に従うまで。
He spoke forcefully, yet there was a certain warmth in his words.
命令とあらば、主様は従わなくてはならぬの。拒否すればどんな目に遭わされるか。ああ、恐ろ や恐ろしいや。
Oh my gosh. I don't... Yukimaru is funny. I don't know what his playthrough is gonna be like if we end up doing his, but yeah. Raphael, go to bed. Yeah, discount Raphael, go to bed. He said the words with such dramatic flair, I couldn't help but giggle. You're right. I guess I have no choice but to do as you say. Hearing my words, Koharu smiled. No, look how cute. And then he took it back. No. However, he seemed to notice me watching, and his expression returned to his usual scowl. Koharu, why are you giving me so much advice? He scratched his head and looked away. Oh my gosh.
しけた面されてった。ただりがいがねえってだけだ。
His cheeks flushed red with embarrassment. No. So even if I thank him, that makes him blush? In that case, then I have no choice but to comply, Koharu. He smiled faintly.
そろそろ眠くなってきたの。さて、心情を共にするわけにもいかぬ。我々は猿としようかの。
ああ、そうだな。人と関わると疲れて仕方ねえ。
I didn't know Spirit slept. Just as they were about to leave, Toka, who had been quiet this whole time, glided toward me.
おやすみなさい。眠っている間は気配を消しますが、変わらずあなたを見守っています。
Wait, does that mean he's going to stay? I won't be able to sleep like that. Toka, please rest somewhere else. Yes, spirit nap time. Spirit slumber party! I chose my words carefully, but he returned my pleas with a serious gaze.
そばにいることはしません。ただ、あなたの夢を守るだけですから。だから、ゆっくり眠ってください。
My dreams? I didn't know what he meant by that, but as long as he wasn't literally there with me, I'd be okay. Thank you. After hearing him say he'd protect me, it felt only right to thank him. After they left my room, I got ready for bed and climbed in. Finally, I let out a big sigh of relief. Yeah, we could talk about boys. Braid each other's hair. Well, because they're all long-haired. We could braid each other's hair. Oh, perfect. So much had happened that day. Yukimaru, Koharu, and even Toka. Makeup! Yet, despite how terrible my initial reaction to them was, I felt having them around relieved the panic I was feeling in my heart. Girl talk! Exactly. Slumber. Pillow fight! Not really. Guess they're not such bad people after all. Well, I guess they're not really people, huh? I laughed wryly and turned off the lights. I felt like I could get a good night's sleep. Immediately after thinking that, I fell asleep. Let's see, Kiri, I just reminded you that the reason your alarm went off super early this morning was because you wanted to do makeup but forgot. Oh no! Maybe tomorrow. Sleepy time. All right. I'm excited. This is a very this already seems like a very cute, funny playthrough. I mean, who knows how long that'll last? I mean, there's a tragedy around the corner, surely, but yeah. The ghost will remind you in the morning. There you go. All right, we did it. Yeah. Ooh, okay, Carrie. Well, you know, sometimes it's nice. Yeah. I mean, as long as you are, you're having fun and enjoying it, then, who knows? Yeah. No, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me while I streamed. I hope that y'all have a good rest of your night. My next stream will be tomorrow on Iriam. I'm doing study buddies. And yeah, so anyways, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm super excited for this playthrough. We'll see how it turns out. But yes. No raid tonight. I don't have a lot of people that I follow, and I don't think anybody of the small list that I have there. I mean, unless you have a recommendation, I'm happy to take a recommendation, but otherwise, yeah, I don't have anybody. Oh, yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that then, Carrie. Yay! I'm always down to learn, add more people, so yes, raid. Yeah. If they're streaming now, that'd be awesome. Yay! Thank you for the recommendation. It doesn't. I mean, dealer's choice. I'm happy to partake in either. So, yay! Woohoo! Right. Okay, V Sky Hime. I love the name already. Oh, they're new to it. Awesome. Okay. Yay. Well, thank you so much. All right, yeah. Oh, I'm not allowed to raid them at this time. Hey, surrounded by perverts. Congrats. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah, rip. 9 rip. That being said, I'll still go follow V-Sky and yeah, maybe, or do you have another person? Okay. Small Rage Maddie. Okay, let's give that a go. As raid. Small Rage Matty. That's fine. Minecraft is fine. Okay. Raid, raid commencing. All right, thank y'all so much. I'll hope to see y'all again soon, okay? All right, raiding now. Bye-bye.